Hi guys, and welcome to our channel. I'm Bergen from the Schnauzer Co and CEGA Tools. This video is a quick introduction to our website and how to navigate the various tools. Before I get started, I would just like to give some background. The Schnauzer Co is a production woodwork shop based in Cape Town, and we manufacture items ranging from simple products like cutting boards and countertops to more complex 3D assemblies such as product displays and wine boxes. And the mix of items we make has found us leaning quite heavily on our arcade-themed CNC router, which was a DIY build that we'll cover in a later video. So as any of us in the CNC genre would know, your cutters are key to getting the desired finish. And there's this constant play-off between your cut quality and post-processing, also known as your sanding or finishing. And retiring your cutters earlier or as they start dulling takes a lot of work off your sanding department. But this obviously comes at the cost of additional cutters. And while you might not notice this on small jobs and one-offs, you definitely feel that hit on jobs where you're running hundreds or even thousands of parts. And so the next question is, could spending up bring your costs down, as paying more for any given item might buy you better quality? In our experience, spending up on blades and knives for our planers and saws has saved us tons of time and money. And as a bonus, you get superior cut quality. A great example would be our bandsaw, where a 7-fold jump in price from 700 Rand for a generic off-the-shelf blade to about 4,200 Rand for a tungsten tip carbide blade gave us 12 times the life expectancy. So that resulted in roughly 50% savings on the blade and saved us countless hours on setting, blade setting and tracking. However, spending up on router bits did not initially give the same result. And I've imported router bits from all over the world and generally found that a cutter of double the price was only delivering about an extra 50% in output. So it just didn't make financial sense. And that is until we came across our DLC coated router bits. So on the first round of testing, we were getting roughly 3 times the tool life. And that comes down to 2 things. It's a solid carbide tool and the diamond-like coating, also known as DLC, which adds hardness, lubricity, heat resistance, and chemical resistance, which becomes important when you've got to build up on crud. To give an example on a recent comparison, we were cutting out 2,000 Ashwood wine trays, and this involved 2 pocketing operations followed by a contour operation. We used the 10mm down cut, which would give a great top finish and floor finish, with mild blowout on the bottom of the part, which came off pretty quickly with a light sand. We were hoping for a yield of 130 parts per bit, and we were prepared to bin them early, considering that sanding inside the tray would be a challenge. If we got 130 parts, this would mean that the bit had traveled 2.16 kilometers, which is 1.34 miles for our friends from America and Liberia. The uncoated bit was retired at 91 parts when there was visible fluffing and tool marks on the outer edges. We also generally notice an amperage jump of 20 to 30% on the VFD when the tool is nearing end of life, which is essentially means that the spindle is having to work harder to pull the tool through the stock. The retired bit had traveled a meager 1.5 kilometers and had removed 0.039 cubic meters of material. Our DLC cutters, on the other hand, were binned at 336 parts, which translated to an impressive 5.5 kilometers and 0.14 cubic meters of material removed. With the who and the why out the way, let us jump over to the website and talk around the navigation. We're starting off on the home page of the website, and we'll be using the desktop version of the site for the demonstration. We do have a mobile friendly version, and the navigation is going to be very similar, and all of the functionality will be exactly the same. So from our top navigation, if we go to other info, your main useful tool here will be your account. And here you'll be able to view any previous orders and automatically download any invoices after an order has been placed. If we go back to home, we've got some of our product categories here. As of recording in January 2025, we've only listed our DLC router bits, but we'll have loads of new exciting products coming in the coming months. From here we can select a category, otherwise we can go up to products and we'll select wood, composite and laminate router bits for this example. And here you're going to have your tools displayed by geometry type. So if we go into compression cutter, we'll have our main product image. The second image will generally be our coding convention. And here we've got a selector where you can select any variable of the tool you like. So in this case, 6mm diameter with 32 cutting length, shank 6 and overall length 75. Here we've got the product code, the price, including VAT, excluding VAT, and here it's telling us that we don't have stock. It's available on back order. Underneath we've got bulk deals, so you can see your pricing scales down or your discount scales up as your order volume goes up. And what might be frustrating here is you'll have to click through every variation of the tool to see whether or not we have stock. So we've added a button here, show all variations for this tool, and this will bring you down, and we can then have a look by cutter diameter, length, shank diameter and overall length. We've opted to give the exact number in stock, and I know this is super frustrating and really pisses me off when I'm on a website and the product is marked in stock. I need 4 for an upcoming job, and place the order just to find out that there's only 1 in stock and we're in for a 14 or even 21 day lead time. So the stock is only reserved on checkout, and if you have any queries, then feel free to contact us. If you shop like I do with 1,000 browsers open and you've been on the store for a couple of hours, perhaps just do a refresh before you check out just to verify that those items are in stock. Depending on the item type, we might be in for a wait of 14 calendar days, and this is a worst case scenario. And some of our tools carry a 21-day lead time. Best case, we import twice a week. So best case scenario, you'll be in for about 6 to 7 days wait. If you order products that are both in stock and out of stock, we will ship the in-stock items and send the remainder as soon as they arrive in Cape Town. In terms of feeds and speeds guidelines, we've opted not to offer any, as this is really machine dependent, and we know from our own machines the speeds and feeds recipe for any given cutter is completely different. It's chalk and cheese from our one machine to the next. We do have some recommendations here and a YouTube link to a video you can have a look at. That is pretty much all we are going to cover for now. Thank you for your time, and feel free to get hold of us if you have any questions. Bye for now.